Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, JG Sports here, bringing you guys my preview for the Cleveland Browns versus Dallas Cowboys matchup this Sunday. And this matchup is very intriguing. You take a look at this game and you just think offense, offense, offense. Both teams having extremely explosive offenses, a lot of talent, putting up a lot of points. Just two great offenses going at each other, and I think it's gonna be a fun game, but let's take a look at this game here. So the Cleveland Browns are coming into this game at a record of 2-1. They have a winning record for the first time since 2014. So it's been a while, but we got the momentum right now, have that energy, and we got confidence right now. So the Dallas Cowboys, on the other hand, are coming into this game 1-2. However, their games have been tougher than the Browns. They faced the Rams, the Falcons, and the Seahawks. Three pretty good teams, and both their losses are pretty darn close. So Cowboys, I think, are better than what the record shows for sure. But something I find interesting about this game is Baker Mayfield and Dak Prescott both have the same stats, 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. But the crazy difference is that Baker has only thrown 85 passes. Dak has thrown 143, and yet they still have the same stats. I mean, it's just funny. I mean, Cleveland's just relying more on that run game for sure. But speaking of the run game, Cleveland is dominating in that aspect. Nick Chubb has almost 300 rushing yards already this season. He's got 4 touchdowns. Not to mention, we also got Kareem Hunt. However, Kareem Hunt is on the injury list right now with a groin injury, so I'm curious to see if he'll be ready for Sunday. Fingers crossed he's ready. He is a big difference maker in this team for sure. But then Cowboys have a former Ohio State Buckeye running back, Ezekiel Elliott, who is running for about 220 yards so far, and he's got 3 touchdowns, so not too bad. But yeah, I think the Cleveland running game has the edge for sure. I mean, Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, two best running backs in the league. They're almost impossible to take down. Right when you think you got them, you don't. And yeah, I think this running game for the Browns is gonna be crucial. I think we gotta set the tone early, run the ball, um, wear down that Dallas defense, and then let the passing game kind of take over. So as far as the Dallas Cowboys goes, their offense has a lot of talent. They kind of remind me of the Browns, a lot of talent on their offense, high expectations, but sometimes they don't always come through. Dak Prescott, like I said, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He has thrown for almost 1,200 yards, which is great. He is having a pretty good season. It's just his defense is sucky. But I already talked about Ezekiel Elliott. But what really scares me about the Dallas Cowboys is their receiving core. They have so many weapons, and they're all putting up big numbers, especially last week versus Seattle. They got Amari Cooper, who's leading their team with 267 receiving yards, but then they also have Michael Gallup. They got CeeDee Lamb, who they just drafted, and they got Cedric Wilson, and both those guys are putting up big numbers, especially last week. I think two of them put up over 100 yards, which is crazy because the Browns' receiving core is also great, but they're not exactly putting up those big numbers that you might expect them to put up. Odell Beckham Jr. is leading the Browns with receiving yards. He's at 155, but he's only got 11 receptions and 1 touchdown, which is very minimal compared to Dallas's receiving core. But it really comes down to Stefanski's game plan and his game style, which is run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And he likes doing it late in the game too. And even though Cleveland has a lot of weapons on their offense, our greatest weapons honestly lie in that running game. And I think that's what, our coaching staff is realizing this year. And that's something that they didn't somehow understand last year. But yeah, I take a look at this game and it's really hard to predict this game. I've been going back and forth on this one all week. I think both teams have a good chance of winning this game. I can see this game being like a shootout. It's offense, 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 back and forth. The game is in Dallas, so they got some home field advantage, but I don't think it's like huge or anything. Plus Baker Mayfield, is from Texas. He's played quite a few games actually in the Cowboys arena or field, whatever stadium, whatever you'll call it. So, and I know Baker said he's having a lot of family friends come down to support him at this game. So it kind of feels like a homecoming game for Baker almost too. So, it's I've been going back and forth on this pick, but I think I'm gonna pick my Cleveland Browns to win this one. And I'm not just picking them because I'm biased. I mean, I'm a little biased probably, but I do think the Browns have a good chance to win this game. And the reason I do think this is because I think our strengths match up pretty well against Dallas. The reason I say this is because Dallas's offensive line is probably one of their, top weaknesses right now. I think they got one of their top tackles out, and Miles Garrett's just a beast on our defensive line. I mean, you've seen what he's done these past 2 games. He's had 2 straight games with strip sacks that lead to fumble recoveries for the Browns. And I think he's gonna have another monster game. I think he's trying to prove something to the league. Not only is he trying to just get sacks, he's getting those strip sacks too. He's a difference maker in this game. And I think we might have Vernon back this game. It's looking like, which is a benefit. And Okunjobi and Richardson are playing pretty well too. So I think there's a good chance the Browns defensive line can get pressure on Dak Prescott. And when Prescott's got pressure on him, he doesn't exactly excel too great. And I also think that's the only way we're gonna slow down the Dallas offense is literally by just getting in their face and putting pressure on them, especially with Dak Prescott. Because even though the Browns had 5 turnovers on defense last week, there's no way Dak Prescott's gonna make those dumb throws that Dwayne Haskins made. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. He's way too smart for that. He might turn the ball over maybe once, but I kind of doubt he's gonna turn the ball over unless we somehow get another strip sack. But I think there's a good chance we can at least cause one turnover, like fumble. So yeah, and then also our offense, I think, matches up well against Dallas's defense too. Dallas's secondary is pretty doggone weak. I saw that they have the worst pass coverage rating in the NFL. Their defense does, and yeah, I think that Browns offense, it's starting to click more and more every game, and they're starting to get more reps, more experience. They're figuring things out more. Kevin Stefanski is coming a long way, I think, so far with his play calling. We've been really efficient so far in the red zone. So I think the Browns are going to score. I mean, there's no way the Browns don't score in this game. So I think it is going to kind of be a shootout. But I think the edge we have is I think we're going to get that crucial turnover on defense from maybe like our defensive line or something, or maybe even an interception. Maybe our guys step it up like they did last week. Our linebackers, safeties, and whatnot. But yeah, I think the Browns have the edge on this game slightly. I think score wise, I'm gonna say it could be in the 30s. I think I'm gonna go with like Browns 31, Cowboys like 28. I think I'm gonna go with that. So yeah, I'm picking the Browns this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Again, this is a really tough game to pick. Been going back and forth all week. I can see the Cowboys win this game. If the Cowboys win this game, it's not the end of the world for the Browns. A lot of people have them at 2-2. They're week 4 anyway before season even started. So yeah, I mean, you know, I would take a loss here. I don't want to take a loss, but I would take a loss here. But yeah, I can see this game really going either way. But I'm gonna give it to the Browns. I think they got more momentum right now. They got that confidence. They got the energy. I think if they win this game, it's gonna be a huge statement for the Browns. So yeah, that is my preview of this game, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.